It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Wolverines will kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lincoln. It's not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. At the 35, he's got room.
C'est quoi lui?
Look out! The 20.
Touchdown,
Bayou Bengals. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That one's going to get a little star mark beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. Out of the end zone. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, the ground game. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Got a man, it's Little. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Gonna look downfield again. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need 6s.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back's got it.
Bro.
And he strides his
Thought he
way
was
into
in.
the
I
end
was
zone. Touchdown, Michigan. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
4th and fucking 10, man.
The play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's done. Here's a hit. And the defense forced that incomplete.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Looking downfield. Got his man to the left. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Yo.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. And he was flat. Missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much. And it was a bad throw.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted for the 11th time. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Wants to fire on second down. Quick strike complete. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Finds his man. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Flushed out of the pocket. Makes the grab.
What the bullshit?
Coverage by the defense, just a short
5? I was stay in front of him.
Coverage, most people are taught to have inside coverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Oh my God.
In the middle. Breaks into the
It's out 5.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
It's blue ass.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The Wolverines have it for the 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Buys a little time. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd ball.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Pulls it in. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Wolverines will go for it on 4th down. On offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver or tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wolverines. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out, they'll get you a touchdown. That's a great drive by the offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Lincoln. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First step of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Picks up the first down. He's loose down the middle. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He's loose. Touchdown, LSU.
Yeah, going back to the side.
Man, this
I
guy
play
is
some more
such a weapon
defense,
because
man.
he's so dangerous if he gets into the second
Yeah, I
level.
play some more
Great vision.
defense.
It shows you his speed.
Just straight wheels, racing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Out of bounds at the 34. A productive job by the return team. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Give to the single back. Across the 45. Bust through behind his pad. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Right back to the well. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. Power football with the run. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Fires to the tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. They go right back to this guy on second and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Fielding in the end zone, it's Lincoln. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this center downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up second and 3.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Using his legs, it's Callow. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Dropping back, it's done. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Oh, shit.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback may change this route. Motion from the wideout. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and second and 6. Defense looks like they're coming. To the air on second down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he is marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Grab behind the lines. It's Little. They'll mark him down to the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and... Touchdown, Michigan! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do...
See, number 5 and number 8 losing right now.
It's crazy. Better respond.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
Losing 28-14, number 5 losing 21-6.
Protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25.
I have that type of person, but I'm not about to keep running around play, bro. That shit is all.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's done. Got his man on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7. LSU right back to the line. Going to swing it on second down. Going for it all. He's got it on the outside. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to throw on first down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And that's when the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Got it in stride inside the 20. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's done. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half.
Good play, bro.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll leave it with him. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the 3rd quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put them in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
Back to pass, it's done. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Working that left side. Open space at the 25. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down to the 14.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Going for 6. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He's at the 40.
What the fuck is he doing?
Touchdown
Dang.
Wolverines. This
What is he
defense making a
thinking?
big play and putting it in the end zone.
What is he
They
thinking?
got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week
Play,
10.
bro. That was my
That's a
last. That
great
was my
job by
only
the
time.
defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget
3rd and
the
20
field.
for nothing.
How about
Do
scoring
that
a
shit,
touchdown?
bro.
He'll bring it out. It's Lincoln. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He might want another play. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's York. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Glad he made a good
As
throw.
soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
To the air. It's done. Using his feet to buy time. On target to the left. Turning it on. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. To the air on 1st down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Got his man downfield. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run, moving. He just works to get himself open, to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Dances away to buy time. Trying to get rid of it. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the 2nd half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Here on 3rd down, will they go back to the running game? From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tigers! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to get back in this ballgame.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Florida State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Tallahassee for some time. They're up by 32 over Syracuse. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Running into the open space. Got the first down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it?
Yep, in the third quarter.
Snapped in the back. Oh, better look out. Hits the accelerator to the right.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running.
How you don't get it, bro?
Right. Do they like this matchup?
How y'all don't contain it outside? Just contain it outside.
I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big game. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run.
Direct snap. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Here they are. Somebody just make a play and give us over turns. We running a clock out, so we're being smart.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. A first down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
What in the flying?
They have a lot
bro.
of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Come on, bro. Really?
They'll try to add another
It's
to their
Michigan.
lead.
It's fucking Michigan.
And he puts through the extra
Fucking
point.
Michigan.
They put together a 5-play, 75-yard
In
drive.
Michigan.
And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're coming out to
Oh,
tee it
bro.
up for the kickoff, and that last score was a
Some
real
of
blood
this
chill for
stupid
this
shit.
crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Lincoln.
Really, 80?
Imagine he's gonna
82,
get
I
a
ain't
ball
even
on the
know.
sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Handoff from the gun. And he is stopped for no gain.
Take a
And
yard.
that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One
It
more
don't matter.
quarter to play. It looks as if we are
It
ready
don't
to
matter.
go here in the
Okay.
4th.
It's working me on some of my throws. But I can't be mad. I'm trying to make the throw.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Might be changing the route. Scanning the field. It's done. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off for the fourth
play,
time
bro.
today.
Well, you can't blame this offense for wanting to be aggressive. They're down by a lot on the scoreboard here, and that time going 4 verticals, trying to stretch the defense, see if someone can get open. But, David, the defense was expecting it, and they were able to come away with the INT.
Yeah, the only thought I have right now, Jesse, is I'm playing deep. I can't give up the big plays. I want to make them earn it. The clock is my friend. Getting the lead, having the lead in the fourth quarter. Nice execution by this defense. And this one ain't over, but it's looking more like it.
So,
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
I'm ass
Here's
played
the
at the
mindset
end.
if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Caught close to the marker. It's Burgess. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
That's caught. It's Burgess.
A little bit surprising.
How we get out of it?
Big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
The Wolverines back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running with the fullback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Football oftentimes gets won by the teams who play the best on
Damn it,
third
man.
down and distances. What an amazing play by that quarterback on 3rd down. Able to put his team on his back, use his legs to extend and buy time, and then go score. Awesome job.
He'll bring it out. It's Lincoln. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
To the ground, he's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
2 minutes, bro.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Back to throw. It's done. Pressure coming. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go well.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Handoff to the single back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw. It's done. They're working that left side. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone.
And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Ready to try the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They were trying to steal the possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. The defense will take a timeout, 25 seconds left to play. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. D showing blitz, they might be bluffing.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Complete to the left. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. The defense sort of hurts this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Moves away as he feels pressure. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. They were back in their own end.
14. GG, bro.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, but they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Paul.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team